Hello and welcome to this little guided tour of the Insight Timer meditation app. I keep the app parked right on the home screen of my phone. I'm going to tap on it here at the bottom to open it up, and we'll start with the bottom left hand corner. You see a globe there and it says today. That's the screen we're in right now, and that shows you where in the world people are meditating right now using the app. And if you scroll down, well, mine's going to look different to yours, but these are people who I'm friends with in the app, and these are people who live near me and who are meditating. And if I scroll down, I can see people who are in my project Me for Busy Mothers. I'll explain how groups work later. And the next one I'm going to toggle over to is the second one at the bottom with the headphone symbol meditation. Now this is where you will find loads. This is 15,000 meditations at the moment, and I'm going to talk you through this. So you can either scroll down this way and see which new ones have been uploaded within the last 24 hours. This is how many new ones have just been loaded up today. And you can go up further and you can go to, for example, sleep, and you can find only sleep meditations, or you could go to stress and find ones that will help you deal with stress. You could go to talks, and those are sort of like podcast talks instead of guided meditations. And there's music, and love is all meditations about love. So those are some of the categories that they've kind of got preset for you. You can go into last played to find the last ones that you've played if you want to play back something that you did recently. Or you can go to general meditations, and you'll find lots of different ideas of what you might want to tap on depending on what you're interested in. So you can tap on any of those. You can go to benefits, which is the next one up here. All sorts of benefits if you want to find a specific benefit. Pregnancy, parenting, patience, gratitude, intuition. There's kids stuff down here. We've got kids sleeps and kids meditations. Lots of great stuff in here. And you can always use the filters, so you can hit length and you could do something if you wanted it to be a certain length. You can hit filters here, female voices, male voices, with or without background music. Really, I mean, there's so many choices here. Now you can use the search function at the very top. There's a little, I'll take you back to that so you can see where I went. At the very top there's a little magnifying glass. I tapped that, and you can start putting in something like, let's say, sometimes I put in how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling angry, I think, oh, I need to do something about how angry I'm feeling. You can go down and find all kinds of meditations on dealing with anger and transforming anger, and that's just one example. You could say that you want to work on some goals. You want to manifest some goals. You can tap on any of these and find, they tell you how long they are, so you can scroll down and find one that's to the right length that you're looking for. It can be music for setting your goal setting too. There's different teachers, so really you can have such a play around in this app and find so much. I'm going to now tap over to the middle bottom, which is timer. And this is if you want to meditate without guidance. So you don't want anybody speaking in your ear. You just want to have perhaps some ambient sound. You can choose different ambient sounds. You can have no sound. You choose your duration, whether you'd like there to be an interval bell halfway through, an ending bell, so you can play around with that too. The next one over, I'm going to skip courses for a second. I'm going to go straight over to profile. So in profile, tap it a few times and you'll get different screens. Let's see. It's not the normal profile page I'm in. Let's see if I can get to my main profile. There we go. Just have to toggle around a bit. So when you're in profile is when you get a bunch of choices at the top. And so right now I'm in the upper right hand, which is just the little person symbol. And I've got my little bio here. You don't have to do all of that. And I can see my activities. So as of today, I'm on an 824 consecutive day meditation streak. Yes, I am officially hooked. And it says here that I joined Insight Timer on the 23rd of October 2016. And I could go through and see detailed charts and stats and all of that if I wanted to. But it was great for me in the beginning to have this counter, and I would be on something like, you know, an 8-day streak, which was a big deal for me, and then the counter would go back to 0 because I'd missed a day, and then I would be on a kind of, you know, 42-day streak and it would go back to 0. So many times my counter's gone back to 0 again, and I think when I got close to a whole year is when I thought, okay, I'm on to something here. And now, as you can see, I never miss a day. I honestly wouldn't want to miss a day. So then I'm going to still stay in my profile section here, but I'm going to go to the bell symbol at the top. This shows me any notifications. That'll make more sense as you go on. Maybe you've decided that you've got a favorite meditation teacher, and it's going to notify you if that meditation teacher has uploaded something new. There's a little chats thing. Oftentimes you'll get a message from people saying, thank you for meditating with me. And it's just a nice way. It's a way of feeling like you're a part of the whole Insight Timer meditation community. You can switch off that feature if you want. I leave it on that people can leave me messages. I quite like that. Then at the little ampersand symbol, this is where you can see if anyone's requested to be a friend. I get lots of friend requests now, and I have to say I don't accept them anymore. I've got my real life friends here. There's my son, and I like to connect with my real friends in this app too. So I've stopped accepting from people that I don't know. And instead, people can connect with me in a group that I've started called Project Me for Busy Mothers. So people, if random strangers ask to be your friend, you can just decline. They don't see anything that you've declined it. So it's not really a big rejection. A lot of people just like to friend millions of people, and I don't. If you go to the gears symbol, you will find things like a daily reminder. You could set yourself a reminder. There's lots of things here. I never really go into this section. I guess you could see. You could adapt a little bit in that section. So I'm going to go now to the courses, which I alluded to. It's at the very bottom bar again. Insight Timer were introduced in the last year or so. Courses, these are 10-day courses. All of them are 10 days, and they're all on different subjects. And so many of them are amazing. What I would suggest if you're thinking about doing a course is to, because they're all different and they have different voices, I would tap on one that sounds interesting to you. I'm trying to find one that I've actually done that I could recommend. I did this one, Manifest Your Ultimate Goals and Dreams. I love that. Very woo-woo, not for the faint-hearted. But if you tap on that, there's an intro, and you can tap on that intro and you get to hear his voice, and you get to hear more about the course. And I recommend doing that, because I have started some where I've just immediately known by the person's voice and everything, like, no, I really don't want to do a 10-day course with you. And you can find out by just listening to the intro, and also read through what you're going to learn. It'll actually give you a course outline and tell you what you're going to learn on day 1 and on day 2. So read through the course description and see if it sounds like something that is going to be good for you. And inside the courses you find classrooms and discussions and everything, so it's really great. Now the courses, I believe, are the only thing that cost extra money in the app. The app has been completely free. The guy who started it is amazing, Christopher, and he has always wanted to keep this app free. But as it has grown, you can imagine how much money it cost him to run this app. So with the community, he asked what we could do about, making it feasible for him to keep going with this app, and they introduced these paid courses. So I believe they're $4.99 a course, or if you want to keep the course indefinitely after the 10 days, you can upgrade it to, I think it's about $10. And now they've introduced something called there's an upgrade here. Let me go back to here. It's called Insight Premium. Now, with Insight Premium, you have access to the Daily Insight, all the 30-day courses unlimited, night mode where you can read through all of that. You can do forward and reverse listening mode and lots of great stuff. It was a no-brainer for me by the time this came out recently to go ahead and do the upgrade, because I believe I'm paying something ridiculous like only $5 a month, and I'm getting unlimited courses plus all these extra things. And Even if they'd asked me if I would volunteer to pay $5 a month to just keep having this app, I would pay it at this point because, as you can tell, I'm completely hooked and I've gotten so much out of it that I really want to just keep it going as long as possible. But if you're brand new to it, by all means, just stick to the free stuff. And then if you ever feel like you're doing enough courses that you can validate the $5 a month, or you love it and you want to support Insight Timer, then go ahead. So that really is the bare bones of how it works, and it's just a fun app to play around in. You can make connections, and let me tell you how to get to my group. So upper left hand corner, very top, you see the 4 dots. Click on the 4 dots. That brings you to groups, and there is, I've already got here, but you could search for groups, and in that little search bar put in Project Me for Busy Mothers, and you will find the group. And inside the group is where we share, how many of us are there now? 626 members, and we share our favorite meditations. And there's lots of groups, and I used to, in the beginning, I joined several groups, but what I didn't like about being in a lot of groups was that just on top of everything else, it just ended up being a little bit of an extra time suck. And also, when I was on the main page, you get notifications from everybody in your groups, and when you're in lots of groups, it's just hard to keep up with everything, so I just stick to the Project Me for Busy Mothers group now. Now, one thing I wanted to show you is if you're doing a meditation, I'm just going to pick one of my bookmarks. You can bookmark your favorite meditations, and then when you want to find them back, you can sort them by recently bookmarked or favorites, highest rated. You can rate your meditation. So if I say highest rated, these are the ones I've given 5 stars to. So let's say that I wanted to share this great manifesting abundance and success with your terms. Ooh, I love this one. If I wanted to share this one, in the upper right hand corner you see the bookmarks. That's bookmarked. You can tap that and untap it. If you want to get rid of a bookmark, you untap it. But right next to that you see a bar that's got a bunch of dots. You click on that, and these are different ways you can share. So you can bookmark it. I can listen now in offline mode because I'm a premium member. Otherwise you would need Wi-Fi connection or connection of some sort. And share. So if I say share, I can share it straight to a friend in WhatsApp. I can share it straight to a friend in mail. I can copy the link. I can share it to a group or to a friend that I have in the app. So let's say I wanted to share this to a group. I'm only in one. I tap that, and then I can write a message about what I liked about it, and when I hit post, it actually posts it straight to the group. So that is how you can share to a group or with a friend. So let me go out of that. I think that's enough to get you started, don't you? I hope that you love this app as much as I do, and I hope you'll join my group, and I will love to hear about how you're getting on with Insight Timer. All the best!